Yeehaw.
Hello, cowboy.
That's it. That's it. That's all I have. Yee and the haw. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Super Mario Odyssey versus. We are on episode 19 today. We are almost into the 20s.
Well, even though Jason is not in, you're not in Sand Kingdom yet.
So? Why should that matter?
Let me guess. You only did it because I'm in Sand Kingdom and you need to be fancy.
I guess.
Fair enough. I guess.
You know, some things just happen because they happen.
Just because they happen. Oh yes. Like
Hell yeah, man.
Like freaking Moana live action remake just coming 7 years after the original.
Like I said, they wanted to capitalize on the success of the first film.
But it's too soon.
Yeah, well, you know, money. Plus, like, really, realistically, it won't be too soon by the time they actually film and release the movie. It's just an announcement that they are working on it.
But it's still too soon, and I thought that the Lilo and Stitch remake was already like too soon enough.
What do you mean too soon enough? Lilo and Stitch is old, man. That's a classic.
20 years is not good enough. It's at 30 years that there's just like the right spot for nostalgia.
Really? Because Aladdin didn't last that long.
Wait, was it?
No, Aladdin was 1992.
1992, 2019. Okay, never mind. 25 years seems like the ideal gap for those things.
Uh-huh.
Like, at what point are we just gonna get a new film and then just at the same time the announcement like, oh hey, we're gonna remake this, and it's just coming out right now?
Who knows? I've lost all hope for Disney.
Like, here's the thing, for the... Oh, I already grabbed this moon. Like, for some of the older ones, like, it's sort of understandable, but for the more recent ones, it just keeps getting, like, cash cow.
Well, yeah. They just gotta capitalize on the success of some live action movies, and then they ruin it by making more and more and more.
Instead of making a sequel, like, it makes more sense.
Dude, I don't... Here's the thing, right? I do not believe that Little Mermaid's gonna be good. I don't. I just don't think that it's gonna be good, because I don't think it's gonna look appealing visually.
To me it looks good, but there's definitely a couple of things that do have me a little bit scared.
I don't know, man. I just can't get behind it. I don't like the way the designs of certain characters look.
Oh, Sebastian's design is like, what did you do?
We have to make him look like a live-action crab. It's like freaking Flounder. I hate the way Flounder looks. I don't care that he's real. He's a freaking animated fish. Make him look like his counterpart.
Okay, at least I don't think that we're gonna get as low as freaking Lion King, where everyone was just samey and expressionless.
I fucking hate Lion King. It is not a live-action movie. It's an animated movie with realistic visuals.
The only thing I liked was the updated score. That's it.
Yeah. Then you know Seth Rogen as a pig.
Oh yes.
They call me Mr. Pig.
And you know, always in his samey voice, like it works for DK, but other than that, it's just like, come on, man.
I mean, I don't even think it works for DK if I'm being honest here.
Yeah. For me it works, but it's just that I just randomly come onto this thing that apparently at any time that anyone just wants him to just like do a voice in an animated role, his condition is that he has to do his own voice and that's it.
Well, no. Well, it was the thing that, like, all they are going to get is his own voice because he doesn't do voices. So, like, when they want him to do an animated character, they have to be willing to, basically deal with the fact that it's his own voice and not, it's not going to be anything special. Because he does, film and whatnot. He doesn't do live action, or he doesn't do animated, like, voiceover work.
Well, yeah, but well, yeah, but the only reason they get him is just like, name sells, not quality, just name.
Well, I do like Nintendo and Illumination, or at least the directors for the movie. I guess it's not really Nintendo themselves, but the directors for the movie, the reason for their choosing of these, cast members was due to the fact that they have a belief that these celebrities would bring these, because these characters don't really have a personality in the games. They, this is a completely different scenario with these characters, and so they personally trust that these celebrities could bring these characters, to life.
Well, yeah, because because in the games they just don't have that much dialogue, like with exception.
Well, yeah,
of
they don't have much of a personality. That's what I'm saying. It's like
yeah. So it's like it makes sense. And oddly enough, I do think that Rogan's voice does indeed fit for Donkey Kong. But that's
like,
it.
I wish
no.
I wish that Disney would think more in that perspective instead of just choosing celebrities because, hey, celebrities will help sell this movie. It's like, no, you should choose them because you believe that they are the best way to bring these characters to life. Because I can tell you right now, there are some celebrities they've chosen for Disney movies who suck ass at the characters. I think they are horrible.
Yeah, because Rogan may not do voices, but you can actually tell that he at least puts effort and doesn't sound like he's just being lazy.
Yeah.
And plus, he actually led us to that funny moment in Chip and Dale where just the character that he voice acts in that film literally just meets his other voice roles.
This race course is a big secret. Is it now?
Wait. I don't remember. Yeah, I guess I can just figure that out later. Like, when you think about it, like, what Disney live-action remake has actually worked, like, the best?
Aladdin.
Aladdin?
Yeah. Aladdin's the one that's been the best. Because what they did with it, they didn't, just they didn't just redo the, remake the Aladdin. They did a new twist on the story that they used in the original one.
Yeah, I also really
they gave new interactions with Aladdin and Jasmine, and they gave these different scenarios and stuff. They kind of had to make up for Iago not being really much of a character.
Yeah.
Kind of upset me. I mean, now it kind of makes sense to not give him much of a character because, the original the voice actor for Iago's passed away, so
makes sense.
But at the time, they probably could have brought him back for it, but I don't know.
Yeah, makes sense.
They just had to make up for a lot of stuff, and I think that's what I think worked out well is that they didn't, they added new songs, they added new scenes, they added new things, literally, that entire party, where Aladdin, meets Jasmine for the first time is, one of the first times as, Prince Ali. we got Jeannie having an interaction with her servant, like right hand maid and stuff like that. And so like that's the kind of stuff I think a live action movie should have.
Yeah, like
you
keep the
use the
core,
source
but
material.
add and change stuff.
Yeah, like you use the source material and you retell that story in a live action format, but you build upon it. You make it its own unique thing. Don't try to, just copy word for word and scene for scene, this whole, try to copy the whole movie and just make it live action and just slap it on for $12 a ticket. You need to actually put work into it.
Yeah, like identify what made the original special, and then just go for it for whatever you think it works for it.
Literally. That's what I love with the Sonic movies. Is they don't try to they try to tell a story using the lore of the games, but they don't just copy all the games. They don't try to just be like, oh, hey, we're gonna have Green Hills Zone, we're gonna have Labyrinth Zone. No, they actually make cool ideas out of it. Like the whole idea of the Master Emerald and everything. How the Master Emerald is on Earth. It makes the excuse because the Sonic movies take place on Earth. So it makes sense to have change that up to where Labyrinth Zone and all this stuff is on Earth.
Yes.
That and actually sending Eggman to the Mushroom Planet, kicking him off Earth and then having him come back. That's also a fantastic scenario because we just defeat Eggman in all the games. We don't really ever see where he goes.
Or for the most part, just how he just returns.
Yeah. And, there's also, the fact that Knuckles is, Knuckles is a much better character in the movies, I think, than the games. I always didn't like the fact that Knuckles was kind of a, hard head, where he was just oh, I'm the Guardian and the Master Emerald, that's all I'm ever going to do. I don't really want to, help anybody else. And then, but, in this one, he forms the Order with Sonic and Tails.
Yes. Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah. Who knows? See, we're intelligent because we know how to do things correctly, but apparently the people working at these companies do not.
They here's the thing, they don't care about making movies, they just care about making money.
I mean, that is really true. It's a sad fact, but true.
Yep. Well, anyway, if I had to pick favorite Disney live action remakes, I think I would just say that it's wait, hold up, I need to check. I need to make sure that I buy the clown costume correctly.
Did you go to Metro?
No, I'm still in Sand.
Oh.
Right there.
Or is the clown, do you need the clown in Sand then?
No, you need the clown costume for Metro, but I just buy it right now.
Oh.
Yeah, and I already got all purples without needing to look around.
Nice.
Well, anywho, my two favorite live-action remakes of Disney films, it must be both Jungle Book and Cinderella. I really love them.
That's interesting.
Although, to be fair, for the Cinderella one, I didn't like the original that much.
The original Cinderella movie?
Yeah, I thought it was average.
I mean, to be fair, I'm one of those, and I will openly say this, I'm one of those who likes the third movie rather than the second or the first one.
Oh, I also like
one.
the third movie a lot.
Twist in Time is hilarious. That's a movie that'll always make me laugh. I do trust you, son. It's the talking mice I'm worried about.
I'm your father, and I forbid you from taking another step from these stairs.
I forbid you to take another step down these stairs.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. That was just
Come on, Philippe.
that. That was just some pretty cool writing.
I love my favorite, one of my favorite all-time favorite moments is always when he's trying to jump onto the ship and they go to that freaking warehouse thing and he's like, we got this, and so the horse stops and bucks, because like obviously he's not gonna want to jump out of the window, he just bucks him off and all you just see is
Yep.
such a good classic movie.
But
See, that's the type of quality that I miss Disney having.
oh yes.
Because, you know, that's the thing, is like they don't really do that much anymore, and I think it's sadly due to the fact that, you know, we want to be inclusive. You know, there's nothing wrong with being inclusive. Like, representation is very important.
Yes.
But there's a balance you can make to where you can have representation and, you know, still be funny.
Well, yes,
That's
and also tell a
something
good
that-
story.
Exactly. Like, I think that's just something that a lot of Disney misses out on, just simply because of the fact that, you know, not all their movies do that, but like a majority of the most recent films try too much to add representation of certain things that they just, you know, miss out on the comedy of it. Especially, like, you know, when you represent it wrong and people find it funny, then people get offended.
Yes. Although it also doesn't help that apparently we all just get offended by everything these days.
Yeah. Sadly, you can't walk around. It's just because of how our world's changing. You can't really, you know, go anywhere without somebody getting offended.
But yeah, but for the Cinderella and Jungle Book remakes, like here's the thing, they just add the right amount of stuff to just expand on it. In the case of Jungle Book, they actually change how the third act works, and I just love it.
Yeah. You know what's funny is that currently the only remakes that are getting the only remake that is currently announced to be getting a sequel is Aladdin. Like, the Aladdin remake is getting a sequel. You can kind of, like, they have not, I mean, they're making a Mufasa, like, prequel to Lion King.
Unnecessary.
Well, you know, money. But, like, you know, the only live action remake that is actually getting a sequel so far is Aladdin. Which means, you know, hey, you can kind of see, oh, Aladdin was probably our most successful remake. We need to actually do something with it. And apparently it's going to be a completely different, like, it's going to be a completely original scenario. It's not going to be like a remake of Return of Jafar.
Yeah, kudos for that.
Definitely.
But remember what happened to you know, that sequel for the Alice in Wonderland remake? It just bombed bad.
It's because Alice in Wonderland is a bad live action film.
Then why did so many people went to see the first one?
Because nostalgia. Just because so many people go to see something doesn't, you know, mean that it's a good film. It just means that it sold well, because people were nostalgic for it.
Well, that's how all stuff just goes. Like, if it sells well, then you just try to capitalize on it and just sequelize it.
Yeah, instead of, you know, actually reading the reviews. You know, it sells well, yes, but reading the reviews is important, because if people don't like it, then there's no point in wasting your money.
Yeah. It actually kind of reminds me to a situation about this Michael Bay film that was in Netflix called Six Underground, in which the watch hours were fantastic, but Netflix said, no, we're not gonna do a sequel. These reviews are not that good.
Yep. Excuse me.
It's okay. Like, Like, imagine nowadays just studios having that mentality.
Yeah, it's a sad, sad world. But I mean, hey, you know, some people, reviews don't stop them from making more. Case in point, freaking Mindy Kaling with Velma.
Mindy Kaling, I believe it's how you pronounce it for some reason.
Kaling?
Yeah.
Okay. But like, yeah, her, you know, she went on talk shows and talked about, like, you know, the negative reception and everything, but like, you know, they're still apparently working on Velma season 2, even though the
everyone
series bombed.
hated it.
And I don't think it's for all the reasons that people think. It's just not a good story, and it's so... You want to talk about, you know, stereotypes. Like, that thing is littered with stereotypes. Like, for whatever reason, we'd have to make every single person that is a part of the Mystery Inc., like a part of Mystery Inc., you know, exception to Scooby, which Scooby is nowhere to be found in that.
Apart
series.
from a really lame reference to the quote-unquote machine, Scooby.
Yeah. It's like so dumb, but you know, like you know, they are literally all different, like different stereotypes, because they're like each a different ethnicity, and they try so hard to throw at what type of ethnicity they are, and it pisses me off. I'm like, dude, that is not representation. That's just throwing different ethnicities on them and expecting people to, like, accept it. It's like, no, if you're going to represent an ethnicity, you need to not try to throw it down someone's throat. You gotta actually, you know, show it. You gotta actually, like, acknowledge them.
Yep.
Who are you talking to?
Yeah.
I'm recording a thing, Grandma.
To me, Velma was just Harley Quinn, but without the good stuff.
Son of a biscuit. I died.
Like, you can actually tell that it's just like emulating a lot of stuff from that, except I just gets it wrong.
Yeah. My grandma killed me. It's all her fault.
Why?
Well, she came in and asked me who I was talking to, and I told her I was recording a thing, because that's what I was doing.
I mean, she's just hearing this amazing debate that we're just having, that we have just been having for the past 23
minutes. It's a true
minutes.
debate. Like, people can, you know what? This video can get as much hate as people want about it, but it's just the simple fact that I think representation's important. You know, I'm someone who likes to be inclusive myself. I like having acceptance of everybody, because I believe everyone's a person and everyone should be treated equal. But there is a fine line of being stereotypical and just shoving an ethnicity onto a character and not, you know, actually showing proper representation of that ethnicity. Instead, you're just like, oh, hey, this is our series. It's an original spin on the story of Scooby-Doo and everything without Scooby-Doo himself. So we're just going to, you know, throw these different ethnicities on these characters just because. Like, that's the thing that drives me nuts. Because you want to know the only one who's like, I guess is quote-unquote American?
American?
It's Fred. Why is Fred the one that is like, you know, you could have done any other person, but you had to stereotype specifically Fred? Like, no, I would have preferred Fred to be a different ethnicity to represent.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just... Mindy Kaling is just... no offense to her, but
yeah, and apparently, like,
choice.
Like, people who are just late bloomers, that's supposed to be funny.
Literally. And it's like there's a bunch of freaking high school stereotypes. Also completely stupid. So dumb.
And the worst part is just that they just fall into excuses like, oh, you hate this because you're a racist jerk or something.
Literally. You know, I'm one who, yes, I was upset with a lot of the character designs just because, like, specifically, these are characters that are established, have established, character designs, and you're just screwing with them. Here's the thing, right? Okay, I've had this outlook on it. I don't particularly care for specific changes when it comes to things like that. In live action movies, yeah, okay, it's fine. Because live action movies are always going to be something a little different. They're never going to be, specifically a adaptation that stays to something like that.
Well, yes.
And apparently, I don't know, like, I've heard a lot of talk about this, but apparently, like, the original Little Mermaid, like, not like in the story, not like in the things, but apparently in the story of the Little Mermaid, not like
the source material.
Apparently, yeah, like in the story of the Little Mermaid, not like in the movies that they've made. Apparently, she was black.
Wow.
I don't know if that's true or not. Like, I've never really heard. I've just heard that from people. I've never actually, went and looked at, see if they've given any clues to that myself. But yeah, that's kind of interesting, actually. But yeah, like, okay, if it's an animated movie and you're making, or if it's an animated and you're making it into an animated character and you're remaking a show and changing their character designs with that is where I find it unacceptable, because they're already established.
At that point, you just make original characters.
Like, they really don't need to do that. And it upsets me. Because I prefer, like, my animated characters to stay, they can have changed designs depending on, like, adaptations, but, I hate the fact that they just try to do that and then expect everyone to, follow through and be happy about it. Well, I'm fine with it in live action, because I think live action movies are different from animated movies, and so, like, they have that little bit of freedom. But when it comes to animated movies, it's just not something I can accept. It's really hard for me to just sit there and, accept it.
Well,
what does he want?
Well, our mileage on those things just, like, just depends. Like when it comes to the, the whole race swap and stuff, I'm fine with it as long as, the character just, like, stays true in most cases.
Mm-hmm.
But when they just start just, like, changing just the character traits and still call them the same, I'm like, no, that's no longer the character.
Yeah. By the way, we have, like, 2 minutes left.
Well, yeah.
We've been having our little ranting session, and we didn't even, like, notice the time.
It's okay. Oh, I have to work. Alright, there. And
sorry, a blowy Joey was gonna kill me.
Oh no.
Ouch.
Oh. Oh yeah, and the last thing that I just want to mention, just because, just before this episode just ends, like, I was just scratching my head really, really bad at just like having Albert Wesker just being played by Lance Reddick, and I'm like, what? Like I know that Resident Evil TV show of Netflix, like, almost no one saw it, but just seeing him in the Wesker costume just, like, made me think, like, what? He looks like Blade, like a ripoff of Blade.
Yeah.
Like, how did no one just thought of that? Like at one point you just have to realize that that if you do race swaps, like you're just gonna start looking like a completely different character unless you do something about that.
Yeah, and that's sadly, like, something that I just don't think that, Hollywood is figured out yet. I'm not sure if they ever will or not, Because, like, it seems like trying to be inclusive is just really hard for them, because someone's gonna get mad no matter what.
Yep.
Also, we have like six,
Six,
five,
four,
four, three,
three,
two,
two,
one.
one, and that's it.
Yep, that's time. Alright.
I already collected that one. Okay, that's good to know. And well, just to sort of conclude on that thing, like I think that the change will happen, but it's just gonna take a long time.
Yeah. Alright, let's put our moons into the Odyssey.
Like remember just like how many old movies are just have like outdated stuff.
Yeah. Alright.
Right, how many moons, gamer?
I have 475.
I have 593.
593.
Yep. And ooh, look at that! I already got another dot on the globe.
500 or 475. Yep. I won't get another dot in the globe until I am more than likely, or actually, I will get another dot on the globe next episode when I finish Snow Kingdom, because I already got the hint art for Snow.
Nice.
But I could have gotten another one, but I haven't gone to Sand to get the Bowser one, so
yeah, that makes sense.
Can't exactly do that yet. I forget what comes after Snow.
After Snow,
That's Wooded, right?
Wait, Wooded?
Wooded comes after Snow, right?
Yes.
The painting
yes,
mode?
Wooded comes after Snow.
Okay. So yeah, I'll be heading into Wooded next episode. Because I don't have much. I have 36 out of 55 moons here, and most of them are like really easy moons to get.
Yep.
So. Yeah. I guess with that, that's going to be it for this episode of Super Mario Odyssey Versus. And next time, we'll be hitting into the 20s of episodes, which means we are inching closer and closer to Odyssey being the longest verses that I've had on the channel, because my longest verses, I think, we obviously passed Super Mario World, because Super Mario World had like 10. We passed Galaxy, because Galaxy had 15, and Galaxy 2 has 23. So, we'll be inching past Galaxy, and then Odyssey will then become the longest verses on my channel.
Yes.
But yeah, with that, and, the silver, or the see-through moon that is shining above my head, you can see right there. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you all in the next one.
Bye.
Goodbye.